is the demon or the angel that causes suffering. Suffering, devastation, all kinds of horrible things. Crime rate increasing. Epidemics, pandemics, sicknesses increasing. Poverty, hardship, difficulty. Crisis here and there. What does death do? Death terminates a man's life on earth. Or terminates or abort a business. Or terminates or abort a destiny. There are some they are alive, but the destiny is dead. Hello. Hello. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody here. So you see that all over the world, hell and death are causing a lot of devastation. And the power that was given to them, they begin to use it as sword, as hunger, as disease, as pestilence, also as death, small letter d, to ravage the entire earth. Now, one of the most potent spirits that helps hell and helps death, his name is called the spirit of fear. Believers think that fear attracts mercy. That is the worst mistake you make as a believer. Fear does not attract mercy. That is how Satan had been lying to humanity, making humanity to believe that when you are greatly afraid, hello, the tendency that you have mercy so quick is there. No, fear does not attract mercy. In fact, God does not show you mercy for being afraid. Oh my God. Hello. Oh God, please, please Lord, please Lord. You are pregnant. Hello. You have an attack on the pregnancy. Please Lord, keep this pregnancy. You are praying, but your prayer is mixed with fear. And after the prayer, you lose the pregnancy. And you say, God, you didn't answer me. God, you didn't. No, no. God does not answer fear. Oh my God. Hello, somebody. Are you there with me, somebody? Are you there? Hello. Oh, I'm robbers in the compound. Oh God. Oh God. Pastor said I should plead the blood and cover my house with the blood. I sprinkle the blood. I sprinkle the blood. I sprinkle the blood. You are sprinkling the blood with fear. And then the next thing, the armed robbers push your door. Breathe and enter. And then you say, the blood of Jesus does not work. If it works, why will they break into my house? If it works, why? No, 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 no. You are breaking the law. There is fear in your practice. Hence, there is fear. Fear will open a door for an attack. Now, sometimes, I have to say, I began to sprinkle the blood. I began to call upon the name of my papa. I stand under the grace of my pastor. What did I say? You were lucky that they changed their mind. It is not because you stood under the grace of your pastor. It's not because you sprinkled blood. You were just lucky. Are you there with me? Hello. Whether I like that or luck is true. But it's just that luck does not happen all the time. And that's why we cannot wait on luck. Hello. If you wait on luck, you may expire. Because luck doesn't happen all the time. You are lucky not to be touched. You are lucky that the bullet didn't touch you. Are you there with me? It is not because you prayed your way out. There are some who say they had bad dreams and they prayed. Yeah, the dream still came to pass. No, it's because you were carrying fear while you were praying. Fear does not attract God to you. Rather, it repels God. Fear attracts evil. And this is why you must do everything to become fearless. But you cannot conquer all your fears throughout a lifetime. But at least there are essential fears you must conquer. I will identify a few of them. Should I? Should I identify a few of them? Hello. Now, the ones I listed here, they are not even up to 100 though. But the truth is that we have about 365 fears. Plenty. Hello. There are some fears. Inside them, there are branches. Hello. inside a particular fear, there are branches of other fears. You keep listing, keep listing. Then you sum all. So there are some fears that have branches. That's what I'm trying to say. So the branches are still part of the fears. Are you getting me now? And then by the time you sum up the branches, because if fruits are appearing on the tree, they appear on the branches. Is that not true? So all the fruits on the branches are all calculated. Is that not true? So now, there are some fears I mentioned here. They also have branches. Some of them have nearly close about 20 branches. So all 20 branches put together is still part of the summation. So by the time you finish calculating, you end up having close to 3 or even 365 years, because the Holy Spirit cannot be wrong. 365 years. And every day there's a fear. So let us see how many fears so far I've been able to get for you. And these fears are in your subconscious. And then some of them are in your consciousness. That is your conscious fear. And there's also what we call subconscious fear. The subconscious fear is the one you are not aware of, but it's there. The only time you become aware of is when it is triggered. You now discover that, oh, so I have this kind of fear, I didn't know. Then the conscious fears are the ones that are in your body, in your skin, in your senses. You sense them, and so you fear. So let me list a few of them. Number 1, fear of death. Fear of death is both a subconscious fear and a conscious fear. Because from childhood, there's fear of death. A baby fears death. When you are bathing a baby, 1 day old, 2 day old, 3 day old, and then you try to soak, water, splashes on the face of the baby. How does the baby respond? She won't kill me. She wants to kill me. I just came. And then there are some mothers or some grandmothers who are experts in bathing baby. They will bend the baby like this. The mother somewhere will be afraid. Trying to make the bones flexible and the muscles flexible. And when you are doing that, check the baby's face. The baby will shout, hello, they are breaking me like biscuits. So where did the baby pick the fear? It's subconscious. The baby is not conscious of it, yet the fear is there. This message will deliver someone here forever. That's why I'm taking my time to teach. Then later we're not going to prayer. We will now begin to cast some fears out of you today. You see the way we'll deal with some fears. Hello, we'll cast them. Oh my God. Kalava Shatara. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So this fear starts from conception and it ends in death when a man dies. When a man dies, you notice that fear disappears because fear is not in the spirit. Hello. Are you there? Good. Especially if the person dies in the Lord and is a believer. That in the afterlife, there is no single fear. Because his recreated spirit is now fully manifested without being colored by the soul and the body. Number 2. Fear of harm. HARM. Or fear of being hurt. I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the powers of the enemy, and nothing shall by enemies hurt you. Luke 10:19. Hurt you. Have you not wondered if you put a child on the table, maybe the child is 1 year old and the child is standing and he said jump, the child will first look like this. He's 1 year old though, but he will look and look at you. He will look and look at you. Then he say jump, I will catch you. Jump. Then the child will not jump because he knew that he will catch it. But why did the child hesitate before jumping? There's an inbuilt fear of harm, of being hurt, of being injured, it is there in the subconscious. When you grow, it becomes also a conscious fear. Hello? I don't know if I'm talking. As you begin to grow, somebody carries a knife. You are conscious. Because you know that harm, hurt can happen. Is that true now? Hello? You can't stand on the highway where cars are moving. Because you know harm, hurt. It's a conscious fear. Now, some may say it's consciousness. No, the truth is that it's a subconscious process going on in a person. That the fear of being harmed is a real fear. Either it's subconscious or conscious. Number 3. We have fear of failure. Fear of failure. Fear of failure is a subconscious fear and as well as a conscious fear. The question is, who has not feared to fail before? I'm asking. Is anybody here that have not feared failure before? Students, you never feared failure before? That is why you come for prayer. First, I want to write jam. You are afraid of failing. Hello. You have failed before. Pastor, please pray over this money for me. I want to go into business. You are afraid of failure. Pastor, I want to go into politics. I want to contest as a local government chairman. Please pray for me because you are afraid of failure. It is that fear of failure that makes people to go and look for godfathers in politics. At least Amechi dey my back. At least Wike dey my back. Hello. Are you getting me now? At least someone there behind me. Are you getting me now? So someone there behind me, now you move. But if there is no person, you don't move. Fear of failure is real. But should we continue in fear of death, fear of harm, fear of failure? We'll be limiting ourselves. And the potential in us will never be expressed. Because fear is not the nature of God. Fear is the nature of a fallen man. Man fell and fear became his nature. One of the things Jesus came to remove is this nature called fear. And that's why once you are born again, you must deal with it in your soul and in your body. If you don't deal with it in your soul and your body, what will happen is that your spirit will be fearless, but your soul is full of fear. And your body is full of fear. So your spirit will not be able to manifest itself through you. Because of fear-filled nature. Number 4, fear of sickness. I'll be rushing it because I have close to 100 fears here. But I didn't list all. Fear of sickness. Fear of sickness makes you to go the way of prevention. Prevention is better than cure. Is that true? Fear of sickness makes you not to commit fornication, immorality, and so on and so forth, because you are afraid of contracting a disease. Some use protection techniques to perpetuate immorality. However, there is no perfect technique. Even a perfect technique can have error, provided it's human generated. Am I talking? So fear of sickness is in the body. It's in the mind. Fear of loss of any kind. Number 5. Fear of loss of any kind. Now, inside this fear, there are several fears. Fear of loss of job. You can add it up. If you add it up all, it will amount to 365. So fear of loss of any kind. Fear of what? Loss of job. And that's why you don't want query in the place of work. Is that true? Eh? Fear of loss of money. Through fraudsters. Through a business that is not guaranteed. I know. Am I talking? That's why most times you call, Pastor, please check this business I want to do, whether it will work. It's fear of loss of money that is provoking you to go and pray to check. Fear of loss of loved ones. Don't you fear to lose a loved one? Pastor, I had a dream. My sister fell inside well. Pastor, I had a dream. I saw my brother died. Pastor, I had a dream. My mother. Pastor, I had a dream. Fear of loss of loved one. So it's a fear. Even though it's under the fear of loss, it's a fear on its own. Fear of loss of respect. You can't speak English very well. You don't command it. And there's a girl you like. But because you fear of losing your respect before her, whether you go and say, yesterday as I was coming, the rain was waiting. So as the rain was waiting, and I ran into the bus that was, that was coming. Because you don't want to lose your respect. You just keep your mouth shut. And then the girl is just passing your front every now and then. And that is your marriage material. But you cannot marry. Why? Because of... Hello. Hello. There's inside this fear of loss of any kind, there's also fear of loss of weight. And fear. Yeah, fear of loss of weight. There are some people here, they fear to lose weight. If they manage to gain weight, small, and people are praising that they are looking a bit okay, they want to do everything to maintain it. Otherwise, the next minute they'll become like skeleton. So there's also what we call fear of loss of dignity, honor. It was doing well, now it's not doing well, but you have to live a fake life so that people will not see that something has gone wrong. She has lost everything, but she needs to paint her face, make herself just look okay. Somehow, just to make sure that at least people are not aware that she has lost her dignity or lost her honor. Oh. Fear of loss of senses. Fear of loss of peace. Fear of loss of love. Fear of loss of power. In fact, if we keep listing the fear of loss, we may list nearly close to about 50 fears under losses. Fear of loss of property. Hello. Fear of loss of accommodation. Fear of loss of. So many losses are in this particular fear. Brethren, are you listening to me? If you deal with your fear, you will lose nothing. It's a secret, though. Because what you fear is what happens. If you want to protect your loved ones, stop being afraid of losing them. Afraid of losing your child, you may lose them. Because fear is a door. Oh, Katubara. See. Let me give you. You all know this story. One of my daughters, at the age of 5, the school rang, called.